I just finished a 9-day ayahuasca retreat in the Peruvian Amazon, and it was incredible. I have a ton of insights and experiences that I really want to share with you, but I just feel like none of that will actually make any sense unless I first explain why people do this crazy thing in the first place. You learn pretty quickly that ayahuasca is not some party drug that you take to just have a fun time in the jungle. No, this is something that makes you face your fears, revisit your traumas, dive deep into your insecurities, and take a good hard look at who you are, who you were, and who you want to become. People come to the jungle to do ayahuasca to heal and to grow. Some are called to it because they've been dealing with horrific things like depression, toxic relationships, sexual violence, extreme anxiety, addictions, and abuse. While from the outside, they may seem to be able to live relatively normal day-to-day lives, those traumas often linger in the subconscious mind and prevent people from ultimately growing into the person that they truly wish to be. This is really serious stuff. For others, like myself, who fortunately have not experienced such terrible things in our lives, we come to the jungle because we nevertheless have our own issues, scars, blockages, and unprocessed emotions that we can't seem to shake, and that also prevent us from reaching our true potential. So what was my specific intention for doing ayahuasca? I struggle a lot with indecision, second-guessing myself, and a lack of conviction for my life choices. I carry scars from people that have hurt me and guilt from people that I've hurt. I also have a lot of anxiety about what I should do with my life, what I should do for work, what I even want, and what I'm good at. And I often find myself pretty easily distracted, spending too much time on insignificant things, and unwilling to take on responsibility. I think like most people, I've built up these habits as an overcorrection to people or events in my life that have caused me pain. For example, someone that grew up with a parent that berated them for making mistakes might grow up with a fear of taking risks or an obsession with doing things perfectly on the first try. These overcompensations can often be unhealthy and toxic. I first learned about ayahuasca when I was doing a ton of research about other psychedelics. I was super interested in how they could be used, not for fun and enjoyment, but as a tool for personal growth. I've seen how they force you to take a hard look at yourself and your own insecurities. And for someone that feels like their mind is just so busy and easily distracted, I also appreciate how they kind of enable you to focus intensely on one specific thing for an extended period of time. I became interested in ayahuasca because I had heard that it induces this state of intense and very honest reflection of one's own life. A state that I just feel like you can't really get into in your normal day-to-day life. And I've heard people talk about how it's changed their lives forever, forcing them to face their fears and unlocking something inside of them that enabled them to grow. Basically, all of us have stuff that we're dealing with. The people that choose to venture out into the jungle and do ayahuasca are typically those that have become aware of these things that are holding them back. Maybe it's not yet completely clear what those things are exactly, but there's some inkling that change needs to occur. The people that you meet at an ayahuasca retreat in the jungle are those that are willing to face these things head on. They refuse to continue pushing them deeper and deeper into the recesses of their minds in order to simply live with contentment. Ultimately, I think the people that venture out into the jungle to do ayahuasca are simply hoping to heal and grow in order to be a brighter light in this world, both for themselves and the people they love.